Today I want to look at 3 for 1s and 2 for 1s and converters in general. I've always had a problem with them. This is my RPG world, kind of. Dark Souls. Like, it's a, you go through, you spawn in, you fight mobs. You can even just say it's a mob arena. You just strut along, weave your way through, go up places. It takes a good minute to go around. I did not build that. So, that little castle right there, I did not build. Not that good. Everything else, that's me. It took a while. But less on that. You want to build a converter. What type of converters are there? You have your 1 for 1 design, 2 for 1, 3 for 1. I don't want to keep bullshitting right now, but this used to... I struggled on building converters. This was the design I came up with. And it's fucking horrendous. It's a filter system, so it filters out. It does the converting down here. And it's just so much work. Then it powers back up and tells that system. It's just so much unnecessary shit, but it worked. And I just did not know how to actually do something. Until one of my friends, we traded off some things. And it got this machine. Fucking beauty. I could rebuild it over here. Just to actually give it a good idea of what it looks like. So you're not trying to copy off of bullshit. And then wondering why you're missing a goddamn block. So this block is important right here. I don't know how converters work. I'll be honest. Converters are... It will detect a certain amount of blocks in this one. And then when it gets to a certain limit, it will start like if this is 3 for 1, it collects 3 more than what's in here. Then once all this redstone fills up and powers this one, then it holds for it long enough. This will hold long enough to empty out only 3 and get back to 20. And when it right as it empties 3, this would turn off and these would turn off. That's the best idea I can give. And this would just be on par with it. So while this is going off, this is letting the 3 in. So once it detects that 3 has made it, this would go off, send off that, and this would go off. Turn off this redstone torch and letting the 3 fall in. Mattering if this one is 3 or not. This one should be 3. It's either 3 or 4. Let me check. It is 4. So, this is not my own machine, so I'm just gonna be copying the hell off of it. Not knowing half the shit that's going on. This should not be right here. This should be the comparator right there. And then we're gonna have a hopper system right here. A block should be underneath it. Redstone dust right here. One more right here, right here, right here. I don't have to keep making sounds every time I place a damn block. And then you would funnel a line down here, make sure this is out here to pick up the redstone torch, like so. And then whatever we're using, carrots. I'll use iron ingots. So it's 12, 12, 12, 12, 20. This might be just a 1-for-1, I'm pretty sure. Noticing that there is no repeaters at the bottom. It's definitely a toy around machine that you can just mess around with. There's better 1-for-1 machines out there. Most definitely. I mean, I use one. It's not my design whatsoever. Let me just check if it's a 1-for-1. Yep. I mean, a lot simpler 1-for-1. I've seen this off of Mumbo Jumbo, I believe. I don't know if it's his design entirely, but just this simple little thing. There's also the box 1-for-1. That's like a 3x3 or something. I used to do on one of my servers. I don't know that design anymore. It's interesting, and this is a lot simpler. Look at that. And I usually just use furnaces. You would pop this in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 across for these. And 1 for whatever you want. You pop it in. Easy as that. Much simpler. Now we want to, whichever one is this? 4-for-1. Let me guess. And this has 3 max repeaters. So this was 1-for-1, so you need no repeaters. You want to have another thing, you'd have a max repeater. This is going to fuck with the hopper system because I'm going to be turning off the system. And now you have a 4-for-1, a 3-for-1, a 2-for-1. And of course, your shit might get fucked up a bit. So 2-for-1 works like that. Beautiful. A 3-for-1. I should only have to put in 2, then I'll reset back down for my 3. So, where was that orange one? Over here. And then to add like this would be like this would be a full system. So this is a 10-for-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the 1 for just the redstone. So that'd be 10 in total. Or you can just look up here and see it up to 21. 11 plus 10, 21. And then you would, still not my design. Seems like they put it on the other. This is just the facing the other side. Switched. And you would have a slab up here. For it doesn't block off this redstone line. If you had an actual block right here, that would stop that connection. So you would need a slab right here. So when that actually gets powered, it would power that, and this. Shooting off that. Drop. Should be a dropper, yes, into this hopper. It really does sound like it. That is not my own design, and it is not my design at all. Now I'm going to be looking probably at other things. Let me see what time I'm at. 12 minutes. I'm looking at shit. So this, it looks just like a 1-for-1. A 1-for-1 then goes into a holding chamber, which holds it up. So yeah, 1-for-1. Once you open that ender chest, then it closes back again. That's just like a one deposit for the system. Then you could also have another system. If you had this a little bit higher, maybe on the top side and the little item frame on the bottom, you would have it high enough so where this system would be up here, this bottom hopper can loop around into like a chest down here, and you can collect your card again instead of losing it. Instead of just trading it away for you can access ender chest, you could re-get the ID card. That's impossible. These are old converters. Actually, go back to this one that I said was impossible. It's very... I've always been looking for a longer system. The timer, so it would, if you want something to go off like every 30 seconds or 30 ticks, you would have a system. Oh no, I can't find it. I swear I just saw it. God, embarrassing. Like this little system right here. These go back, it feeds back into this one, and when this one fills up with all this stuff, it will move the redstone block over here, powering that. And then it will take a full rotation for all of these blocks to go into this one, and this one to go back into that one for that rotation to go through. And that's just a sticky pistons on either side, redstone block in the middle, piece of redstone, and then on the other side would be two hoppers going into each other with comparators on either side, feeding into a block, which would then feed into the redstone dust, powering the pistons. Just other stuff. I didn't really know what to talk to. I'm making this right after making the variables video, so yeah. I'll probably talk more about redstone and building. I can talk a lot more about building, but it's just I want to get this video out as well because I think converters are really cool, and a lot of people always struggle to actually get them. I definitely struggle getting them, and I think people, now that I know how to do it, I think having, I think it would be easier to spread, and people would have a better time. Because a lot of hosts usually keep that shit to themselves. And the only way to actually advance would be everyone knowing the same stuff. I, of course, keep a few things hidden, but, you know, it's just minor things. I can do another video on detecting a redstone ore, which redstone ore is really cool. I did this on one of my friend's server, so I'll go into a little detail about it. So redstone ores have two ticks, if you will. This one will detect when it turns on, but there's no, in this old version, I don't know if in the new versions, but it has a random tick, so I can't ever calculate how long it may last. So it will teeter-totter, or seesaw, in a way, that once this one activates, this one would go down through a piston onto, it would look like this. This one activates because this one, the ore turns on, activates, put an input, which makes this one go up and this one to go down, and uses a button to lever system, then which I'm calling it now. And this one would always have the output because you're detecting when this goes off. So this would have the output of making whatever trap you want, while also shooting itself down and shooting this one up. And then when the redstone ore turns off, this random tick, this one would only need to actually reset the Belev and make this one go back up. Resetting the system. Pretty easy. And I have tested that this does not fuck with it. See, that doesn't activate the redstone ore whatsoever. So don't worry about that if you have any ideas. Like, what if when you put the if you put that up, when that activated again, and then you just have a repeating clock as shown, it won't. So this system of seesaw would work of detection. Well, yeah, that's it. Just little things that I want to do for the next video whenever I have time. I didn't have a really good goodbye because my internet went out last video. So, yeah, I'm not doing it for this one either.